Today I'm going to share with you how do you get things done and stop procrastinating. Here's a question from Aaron. I know Aaron is one of my high ticket closer, from my students from my HTC program. So Dan, you've told stories how you implement things fast and that money loves speed. How do you implement with speed without being reckless? Do you consider strategy, preparation, and research as implementation as long as it's not procrastination? Now, if you have not watched my video on how to stop procrastinating, make sure you click on the I button. I hope that you don't procrastinate to watch my how to stop procrastinating video, right? If you've been procrastinating about it, stop procrastinating and click on that damn button, okay? I button, watch that video first before you watch this. So when it comes to getting things done, I could tell you this. Over the years, I've met so many entrepreneurs, right? I've met so many people, and many people would consider themselves to be productive or whatever. I could tell you, out of the thousands and thousands and thousands of people, entrepreneurs, business people that I've met maybe a handful. I can count them with two hands, like two hands, how many of them are actually high performance. Most people, they cannot even spell high performance. They don't know what that is like. They operate at a very, very low level and they think they're productive. They do so many things. I don't want to sound like come across a braggadocious way, but I probably get more done in a day than most people get done in a month because my output and productivity. And I've trained myself over the years, how do you get things done? How do you get the important things done, right? So goes back to Aaron's question, money loves speed. That's one of my quotes, money loves speed. It's not how much you know, it's how fast you can implement. I'll share a quick story with you. Many years ago, I was attending an internet marketing conference, a kind of marketing conference, many years ago. And we're talking about maybe there was 400 or 500 people in the audience, a few hundred people in the audience. And day one, the speaker on stage was teaching about how you can get more subscribers for your website. We're talking many years ago. He was teaching a strategy called having like a pop-up on the homepage. I know, pop-up, that's really old, but that's what he was teaching at the time. So how you can add a little pop-up, little script, and on the homepage, they get people to subscribe to your email list or your newsletter, your name and email. So I thought that was interesting. After I taught that strategy, the night when I went back to the hotel, I called on my webmaster and implemented, okay, let's put this on, here's the script, here's the code, let's see if that works. And in the morning, we found out actually it doubled our subscriber rate, right? It doubled the amount of subscribers we were getting. So day two, when we went back to the conference, I put up my hand and was sharing with the speaker, hey, you know what? What you taught really worked. Because yesterday I implemented on my website, it doubled my subscriber rate. So I want to say thank you. And the speaker was like, oh, that's very nice, Dan. And he was asking, so how many of you have done what Dan did, right? You went and you implement. He asked them to put up a hand. Out of all 500 people, guess what? I was the only one that did it. Nobody else actually implemented the technique yet. And at the time, I had a big aha moment for me. You know, people ask me when do you know, those moments that where you know that you are different, that you're different from everybody else, that moment, that was my moment. Because I thought everybody implemented. I thought everybody, of course you learn it, you implement it, what's the problem? That's when I thought, wow, I'm actually very different. I implement way faster than most people. Because most people, they go to conference, what do? They go to a conference, they learn a bunch of stuff, they write a lot of notes, like a binder full of notes. They go back to their home, they go back to their business, they don't do shit. That's most people. Small percentage will say, well, let me wait, and then they procrastinate. They wait a week, they wait a month, I'll get to it, and then they never implement anything. Me, I just implement immediately. And that's always been the way I operate, and that's always been the way that I run my business. that I'm a fast implementer. I know it's not how much you know. I don't care how much you know. It does not matter how much you know. It's how fast you can take your ideas and implement. Regardless if it's not perfect, regardless if it's not 100%, it doesn't matter, because you can adjust, you can pivot. But if you don't implement, you're stuck in your head. Well, you have all these stories and you have all these things and you have all these ideas. It doesn't mean anything. It's implementation, and then you adjust. So that's when I learned the most important thing. Like, motion beats meditation. Motion beats meditation. You can think about your ideas all day long. I'm sure you know those people. You have those people in your life. They talk about this. They saw some stuff on TV. They saw some ideas on the internet. You know what? Damn it! I thought about that idea 3 years ago. I thought about that idea 5 years ago. I thought that about that idea 10 years ago. And now someone is making millions of dollars with my idea. So fucking what? It was your idea, but you didn't execute, you didn't implement. It doesn't matter. It's not about the ideas. Ideas is like 1%. 99% is execution. You don't need the greatest idea. Give me an average idea, implement today. It's way better than a great idea to implement tomorrow. Average idea implement today is better than a great idea to implement tomorrow. It's today. It's today. Right? Procrastination. One thing I learned from my mentor many years ago, he said, you know, Dan, procrastination equals poverty. Procrastination equals poverty. Tomorrow never comes. What you don't do today simply doesn't get done. Rich people, they focus on getting stuff done, implementing. Poor people procrastinate. Oh, I'll wait tomorrow. Yeah, I don't feel like it. I don't know. I don't want to do this, and all this fucking bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. Now, goes back to Aaron's question. How do you stop procrastinating? That's how to stop procrastinating.